Hello, people of YouTube. This is Champy here. So, a couple things have happened since yesterday. You can see now in the bottom right-hand corner, that is going to be my new logo, my new insignia, so you know it's real. Had a couple people asking me when I was going to come up with something, for myself. So there it is. My girl Beth, big shout out to her. She designed that for me. She is absolutely awesome and an absolute powerhouse. Now, couple quick things here. Here she is. I just want to show you guys. She's absolutely a beast, absolutely an animal in game, and she helps me design stuff. She makes her own videos as well. I'll post a link in her channel after this. Now, you can see here, guys, I'm in 12th right now. I'll probably move up. But I don't know how high I want to move up. I kind of just want to focus on building up my raids today and just do what I can. Here she is, 5th, even in a down week for us. Now, I did have a couple quick questions here, and we'll get to those in just a moment. But I didn't exactly make the top 10 last night. I kind of got burnt out a little bit doing it, to be honest with you. I'm at 19th right now. Easily, probably by tomorrow, I will be in the top 10. I only have to get to around 89, which I should be able to do for you guys. Now, the thing that I had most of my questions on is, who do I use my skills on? So, we're going to go over that today. And I'm going to kind of give you my reasoning why. So, you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. Now, ideally, I would like to have two poos, one for Coliseum and one for Raid. Right now I have him build up for Coliseum, that's why he has the defense boost on him. But, if I had another one, Raid, I would definitely throw my attack price plus on him. Now I do have two of them, and that's because I haven't used one yet. I'm still trying to figure out who I'm going to use frequently enough to warrant using that limited metal. Now, you guys shouldn't take that too lightly. It is a very important skill, like we had talked about in the first couple of videos. So definitely save it for someone special and make sure that it's someone that you want to, that you're going to run for a while. Now, my Soren Pales, he has Lux Plus. This was a very rare drop during an event. Now, a lot of you do not have this ability, but it will be coming in the future. It will be coming back. I would recommend putting it on a high damage dealer who you're going to run in a rage key or a rating key. Obviously, you guys see my Soren Pales is in my rating key. So that's kind of why I do suggest him. Now, we're going to sort by strength here. You can kind of see what my normal setup is. I have him really high guilted, so I have an attack boost 2 on him. In the future, I will probably put my attack plus on him, to be completely honest with you guys. He is an asset attack-wise right now, but in a few months, he's not going to be. He's gonna get outweighted. He's going to simply be a boost metal, so that's something to consider. My Sephiroth, he has an attack boost 2. And this is going to be how you're going to want to do all your damage dealers. So your Mickey that you're using for raids or Coliseum, your Sephiroth, your Soren Pales, your if you're free to play, you're looking at things like Oron or some of those medals that have high attack. Those are the medals that you want to put the attack boost 2 on if they're on your regular key. Like I had shown, Lux Plus is going to be your rating key. That's going to be what you'll put on all of them. Now, I use all of these top medals right here for raids. Now, my Beast, this was a mistake. Do not build a Beast, okay? He's terrible. But I keep him on there because he's good for certain things. He was my first 6-star medal. Everyone makes mistakes. It happens. It's growing pains. That's why I make these videos. I want to kind of help you guys out. Now, the first medal that I do not use for raids is Zach. Now, Zach, I don't use him for raids because I have 5 red medals that I use above him for raids. So we got Mickey, Cloud, Riku, Black Coat Riku, and a booster. So, that makes Zach my best red metal that I don't use for raids. So that's why he has paralysis on it, because I'm going to use him for Coliseum. And that is how I want you to guys figure out who you want to put for your Coliseum blade. Again, here with blue, we have Sora Goofy, Sora Impales, Riku, Final Form Sora, who I will use occasionally for raids. But now that I got Sora down on Goofy, that kind of isolates him a little bit. But we'll come back to what we'll do. We still want to have an attack boost on him because he's still a valuable asset for certain levels. And Riku, who I also run. Now, my next couple medals here, Aladdin. I still using my green key. As you can see, right now, besides Sephiroth, he's showing up as my highest green medal. So we're probably going to end up putting an attack boost on him, like we do with our Pain. So we can continue to run that combo I've been showing you guys with my green key. Now, with that said, that would be the end of my green medals right here. So we got Sephiroth, Aladdin, Sora, Pain and Panic. And that would put my paralysis or what have you now on Riku. Now, I still run Riku because of his high multiplier occasionally on my regular key. So that's why he has an attack boost. And why my next medal that has an effect on him is my Limit Form Sora. Again, I run a 2 paralysis set, unlike some people. So that's why I have them two there. They're different types. One is obviously a strength medal and one is a speed medal. But now they both have paralysis and they're both the next strongest medal that I wouldn't use in the set. Now, red. Again, we're talking about that. There you go. There's Zack. Cerberus, I do run him on my regular key. He will get an attack boost at some point. Right now, he does not. But that would be something I would probably do. That is why Alice was born with this, and she'll probably keep paralysis. Even though I might go defense boost eventually on her. Might be something I might run in Coliseum. But, again, you can see the progression here. Now, Hag has sleep because that's the next important progression. So we got paralysis because we don't want them to move. And sleep. So sleep is what we're looking at there. And that's why she has it. And here we go. Now, we already talked about the paralysis on my red medal. Now we have a sleep on a red medal. Now I need to build these. I did just guild him. And I did just 6-star him officially, so that is why, he's a little behind. But you'll see now that I have a poison on my next best green medal that I do not use. So, clearly, Stitch is a medal I run occasionally for his 1 gauge. Kyrie is a boost medal. And so, poison, being the last thing that I need, is going on my Riku. And I will probably throw something like that on Yuffie. Like a poison or something of that nature. Now, the boosters, this is a terrible, terrible thing that I have on my Diz right now. And that's because he was born with it. He will eventually get either the attack plus up that I may run on a red key. Or he's going to get defense boost, like all good boosters should. So I do not run Nick. He's not a good medal. He's raise 1 for 3 gauge, and we have Diz, who is raise 1 for 2 gauges. So we would never run, we just wouldn't run Nick ever. But he is kind of like a trophy medal. That's why he is up there, because I earned him, so he's up there. The other things that I kind of wanted to cover in this video. Same with this right here. Judy, 3 gauges for 1. Just not worth it. It's really not. So, I kind of had a lot of questions about that, so I'd figure I'd go over some things. If you have a specific question in regards to a specific medal or a specific strategy, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm more than happy to go over those details with you. Now, another thing here that I did have a lot of questions about, I do want to just clarify 2 quick points while we're doing that. First, that is my medal setup. That is what I recommend for the medals in terms of boosts. Not everyone's going to agree with me, so you might hear some conflicting information, but I found this to work best, and it's led to success for me. So, again, if you have any specific questions, post them below, but I'm more than happy to go over those details with us. So 2 quick things here. People had asked me about why I use the Olympia blade for him, and it really only comes down to the fact that it has the highest strength boost for my Mickey. That's reason 1. Reason 2, it gives me more gauges. And as we talked about throughout all of our Coliseum videos, gauges are life. Gauges are what make you survive. Gauges are what you need to beat the level. So that's why I use that only, and that is why I recommend that for everyone to run. You can use your specialized medals for certain levels. It's just not feasible long term. You just don't have enough gauges. Once the other keys come out, we'll think about, maybe switching it up from Olympia to another medal. But that's, again, another subject. Now, I did make one error in my video yesterday, and I do really want to correct that because I do highly, want to put out the best content. I don't want to deceive you guys in any way. I don't want to misconstrue any facts. I want to give you the right answers. I want to help you. So going back yesterday, we had that gargoyle level. I'm not on it now, so I can't show you, but the gargoyle level that we talked about is really hard. And I did find out from multiple different sources yesterday, as well as my own trial and error, that you cannot paralyze the gargoyle. You cannot do it. So with that said, you're going to want to instead bring, poison. You're going to want to bring 2 poison in those paralyzed slots and a sleep. The poison is going to weaken him and kill him fast, and the sleep is going to hopefully protect you from getting hit excessively. So that is my strategy for that level. I apologize for the misinformation yesterday suggesting bringing Paralyze. You cannot Paralyze Gargoyle again for clarification. Now, I did clear quite a few more levels here, so now you can see I'm going to complete this board, and then you'll see the real reason that skilled. That's a pretty cool tag, actually. So this board is always your last resort. Do not go to this board unless you are completed with your other 2. Every month they put out 2 very good boards. As you can see, this month it is the Moogle boards. Use them. Go with that. Use these 2 boards over your board here. This board right here is garbage. It just is. It's $600 to start out, which is super expensive, and all you get through it is boost medals and money medals. It's just not worth it. Not worth it at all. I had somebody the other day say, Nate, how did you clear all of the boards? I didn't, guys. I get really high in Coliseum, and I cannot clear this board. You can see right now I did just clear the 2 main boards. I still don't even have enough to build by this first node here. I will eventually, and I will use it, because if you don't use your coins, you lose them. But do not start this board. Do not use this board for anything until after you'd already cleared the other 2 boards. Now, that is everything I wanted to cover today in this video. If you do want to see future content, please continue to send me suggestions. I'll be more than happy to go over any additional details that you have. And of course, as always, if you have questions, you can both contact me online, or you can find me on that Facebook page that I had posted a little bit earlier. Again, I'll throw that in the description for you guys. Well, you guys have a wonderful rest of your 3rd of July. Hopefully you guys get out and see some fireworks tonight and have a good night. If you do, I will catch you tomorrow on the 4th, and we'll celebrate a little bit. All right, everyone. You have a great night.